all of those offers that we share, we would have it on their news feed. Well, wait a minute. How do you get the news feed for every single homeowner in one particular neighborhood? If I have that little square ad, it's got my photo and my company logo and all that stuff, how do I get everybody's Facebook page for one individual area? I'm going to give you the tip here on how you do it. Here's what you do. Hey, it's your main man, Greg Luther here, and listen, in this quick video, we're going to talk about how any agent can absolutely dominate a real estate market. Now, if you're looking in individual neighborhoods or subdivisions, if you have subdivisions in your area, any community that you want to dominate, how is it possible to truly do that in today's day and age? Now, you already know that there's a lot of people that sends out tons of mailers and things like that. I think you'll agree, most people, everybody sorts their mail over the trash can. You literally have less than 1 second by the actual clock. You have less than 1 second to capture their attention because they sort mail over the trash can. So how can you dominate one neighborhood in today's day and age when it comes to a community or a subdivision or some area that you'd like to be the number one agent they always think of? That's what I want to cover in today's training. Show you a little bit about how to do it and how to get there very quickly as well. So the way that we're doing that today is in the digital world, right? So, the last thing I want to do is confuse you or say, oh, I don't understand technology. I don't know how to do that. We're not going to cover that today. But what I want to do is show you some secret access that you can utilize as a real estate agent to pick up an awful lot of buyers and sellers from one geographic area. You've probably heard the term geofencing, right? So if you go to Facebook as an example, you can advertise on Facebook, and if you have enough ad spend, or if you're using a big ad agency, they can do geofencing. They can put little digital posts around this neighborhood, and they can say, anybody that crosses into this neighborhood, I want to show them this ad. So that way, every single homeowner in that community would utilize you as their realtor if you have a good offer in front of them. Well, you can't really do that if you're not spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the fact is, we don't need someone to drive through that geofence. You know why? Because they already live there. So we know they're going to be in that area. Geofencing is more designed for other businesses where they need to know someone went into my competitor's store, I want to market to them. So what I want to show you in this quick video is how you can dominate a local real estate market utilizing the same type of approach. And here's how we do it. We utilize Facebook advertising. Likely the reason you're watching my video right now. We utilize Facebook advertising in that geographic area, in that subdivision, to make sure that you have lots and lots of ads in front of them. I shouldn't say we, I should say all of our agent members. This is what they're doing to ensure that every homeowner in that area or neighborhood thinks of you first, knows what your offer is, and sees you as a superior realtor. I can't tell you how many real estate agents don't realize that every single human is going to Google you before they call you. And when we Google you, it doesn't look very good. You see like your company website, and then you had a listing that was on realtor.com or Zillow.com, so that pops up, and really not much else out there. So if you don't look right online, you're not going to get the deal. But I want you to imagine for a second, like the neighborhood I live in is called Harrison Pond. So I want you to imagine that every single homeowner in this neighborhood, when they're scrolling through their news feed on Facebook, they see the Harrison Pond specialist, the number one top-selling agent in Harrison Pond. We sold another one. We're doing a free value analysis. We can show you how to increase the value of your home by $10,000 or more if you live in the Harrison Pond area. All of the, find a dream home in the Harrison Pond area. All of those offers that we share, we would have it on their news feed. Well, wait a minute. How do you get the news feed for every single homeowner in one particular neighborhood? If I have that little square ad, it's got my photo and my company logo and all that stuff, how do I get everybody's Facebook page for one individual area? I'm going to give you the tip here on how you do it. Here's what you do. Write down each of the streets in that neighborhood. So let's say that in this neighborhood there's 7. Actually, in this neighborhood there's 9 streets. So there's 9 individual streets. I'm going to write down those street names and, of course, the zip code. And I'm going to go to datafinder.com. When I go to datafinder.com, I say, hey guys, I want the email address on everybody that owns a home on these 9 streets. Now, I'm not going to email those people, right? So what I'm doing is I'm taking those email addresses. So let's say there's 600 homes on those streets. I'm taking the data finder is going to come back and say, hey, we found 450 of their email addresses. Do you want them? Yes, I want them. How much do you charge? It doesn't matter what they charge, $100, $200, whatever it is. Give them to me. I can use them for the rest of my life. But what I'm going to do is take that email address, load it into custom audience on Facebook, and Facebook says, hey, you loaded 450 emails. Not all of them have a Facebook page attached to those emails, but 410 do. Do you want to put an ad in front of 410? Yes, I do. Here's the ad. Boom, it's in front of 410 out of 600 homeowners in that area. And it's digitally. Every time they log into Facebook, they see we sold one, we listed one, we have a new offer, the offer of the month, the branded information, the who is Greg Luther video in your case, the who just typed in here, Derek Alexander, and thanks for commenting, by the way, all of you that are watching. I appreciate you showing that you're paying attention, you're taking notes, you're asking questions. That's very helpful. But, the who is Derek Alexander video that you've created on YouTube, much like you'll see on my YouTube channel, right? But you'll do that specifically for real estate agents. So what you'll find is in doing this in the digital world, and by the way, it's freaking pennies. I'm saying pennies, I'm not saying dollars that it's going to cost you. It is pennies. It costs so little to market to 420, 500, 4,000 people. It is nothing in order to do that. So you can now market to them digitally, and they believe they're finding you. I want to make sure you understand the difference there. This is not me soliciting them or marketing to them, or they're seeing stuff in the mailbox, or I'm calling them, or I'm texting them, or following up with them, which is pestering the hell out of them. I'm not doing that stuff. They just seem to see me online all the time. Everywhere we look, you market everywhere. I'm only on their Facebook page. We do a little bit with Google too, so any pages they go to, our stuff is there. But what you're doing is you're positioning yourself the right way. This is some of the stuff that a lot of our top producers are doing, where inside Greg Luther Inner Circle, I teach a lot of these different techniques. We've got dozens and dozens of things we do. This is one little thing. How do you take over a neighborhood? How do you become the number one thought of, spoken of realtor in a subdivision? This is exactly how you do it. So I want you to think about that. In your area, what's the one neighborhood you would love to dominate? It's probably not going to happen from sending a mailer, right? It's not going to happen from just sending a newsletter. You need to do lots of stuff, okay? Mailers still work, by the way. We got all kinds of mailers happening. But I want you to think about digitally. Are they finding you? Does it look like, you already know, in America, fame is created, right? Fame is manufactured. So in the minds of those 410, 420 people, we want to make sure that they look at me as the Harrison Pond specialist, the Corey Lake specialist, whatever that area is called. You can do that by simply going to Data Finder, giving them the street names and saying, hey, give me all the email addresses you can find. We then take those email addresses, load them into Facebook Custom Audience. Now, I know you might be thinking, and by the way, all of those coaching members I was telling you about, including some of them that are doing 20, 25 closings a month now that started from nothing, we're all getting together here in a few weeks in a live conference. You can go to greglutherlive.com to see some details about that. But they're all flying in from all over the United States, all 50 states. Top producers are coming in to share what it is they're doing. What do you want to do? Sit at home? Like, this is the approach that's going to get you where you need to be. 20, 30, 40 different approaches where you can pick and choose what you want to do to grow your real estate business. But it happens over and over and over that agents start from virtually nothing, wondering, what am I supposed to do to get business, to literally having too much business. And this happens through domination. Now, what you don't want to do is think, well, Greg, I don't understand technology. I didn't say anything about technology. I said get their email addresses and load it in Facebook. That's it. You know how to send an email, don't you? You know how to type an email address. So don't tell yourself that, oh, I don't like technology, so I'm not going to do it. A lot of times we'll shut ourselves down. We're our own worst enemy because we don't know how to do it. Look, you know why you're here? To learn, which means you don't know how to do it. You learn how to do it, you make money from it. So you don't want to throw up a wall that says, I don't understand technology. I didn't say anything about technology. You go to that website and you say, hey, here's 9 streets. Can you give me the email addresses for those streets? We then load those streets into Facebook. That's it. and we put an ad in front of them and they start calling you. Got to have good ads, got to have good offers. But if you understand how to put this together the right way, you're going to find that you can absolutely dominate a neighborhood. Even if Judy sells everything in that neighborhood, or Bob and his team sells everything in that neighborhood, what you're going to find is that this will dominate what it is they've done over the years. They've probably gotten lazy because they've kind of owned that neighborhood. We can absolutely dominate that neighborhood by going digital, and it costs literally pennies. It would cost less than $1 a day to hit that many people. So very simple approach, easy to use. You got to know the details. You got to know how to put the offer together, but I want you to think about, how can I do that for that one neighborhood I'd really like to sell? I'd like to break into a luxury neighborhood or that move-up neighborhood that's so desirable in the good school district. What if you could be the top producer there? I'm going to be teaching that as well as 20, 30 other things that we're doing at Greg Luther Live. That's 2 days. It's for members only, but I want you to go to greglutherlive.com. You'll see some details about it coming up. We've already got our airfare booked. Everybody's got their hotel rooms booked. We're spending 2 days together. There's going to be agents that are just starting out, growing their business the right way and learning these techniques. And there's going to be agents that are doing over 20 closings a month that will be in attendance. And we're going to be talking about what they're doing. I work with every single one of them to build their real estate business. This is one simple approach. It's a little sliver of what you can be doing to grow your real estate business. This isn't fads. This isn't the newest, latest, greatest thing. It's certainly not the old school shit like cold calling and door knocking. One gets you cussed out and one gets you shot, right? Like that is so old school. Think of how people feel when their phone rings. It makes them mad. That's the call you're making. That's why all of your people are hostile when you call them. You face hostility all the time because it's unwanted and unwelcome. However, if they find you, if they're seeing you online all the time, if they're seeing the credibility factor there, everything we talk about is building trust, authority, and credibility. If you're doing that, you'll find that those homeowners will find you, and it's so much easier when they're calling you than it is when you're calling them. I think you'll agree with that. So hopefully we'll see everybody at greglutherlive.com. I want you to check out that quick video there. Any questions you have, shoot me a direct message. I'm here to help you grow your real estate business. Contrary to a lot of the crap you see online, we actually do this stuff and actually make millions of dollars doing it. You're learning from somebody that partners with agents all over the country, and we actually make money at the closing table. And that's what you do as well. So I'm here to help you in any way I can. A couple of tips, by the way, a couple of things I want to make sure you do. I already gave you datafinder.com to get those email addresses for each person in that area. What I want you to do, I'm pre-scheduling a couple of Facebook Lives that I'll have coming up here. I'm doing that actually this week. You will not know about it if you don't turn on your notifications. So I'm going to warn you now, you're going to miss out on them. I will not be posting them to my page later. So what you'll want to do is make sure you're following our page here, and then when you click that following button, you want to make sure you see this first. It's turning on your notifications. I think it says something like see this first. You want to make sure that notification is on, or you're going to miss out on these techniques and tips and some of the forms that I'll be sharing with you, ads, scripts, the offers you need to be creating. I'm giving away tons of stuff. You got to make sure you use it in your business for profit. This is not designed to impress you. This is designed to make you a hell of a lot of money. So I want you to use it. I want you to implement it for profit. Go out there and make it a profitable week. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Check out the upcoming event, greglutherlive.com, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video, and listen, we've got a lot more information for you to help you with growing your real estate business. We load new videos nearly every day, and I want you to have access. So you got to do two important things. It's both totally free. Number one, I want you to subscribe to this channel. You'll see the little subscribe button for you to click. If you don't have an account with YouTube, set it up. It's totally free. You got to subscribe to this channel. And the most important factor, you got to ring the bell. Right next to that subscribe button, you'll see a little bell to turn on notifications. That will let you know every time I load a new money-making video to help you with growing your real estate business. Subscribe and make sure you ring the bell. We'll see you in the next video.